Well, hello and welcome to another video. It's another video from my garden in this current series of videos that I'm doing where I'm explaining all the different habitats I'm creating for wildlife around my front and my back garden. We are at the bottom of my garden in the shady woodlandy glade area. I'm going to turn the camera around a minute and just show you the area which I'm talking about and then describing what's going on. So walking down this mown path that I described in a previous video where I'm letting this either side of it grow up as habitat, as my alternative take to No Mow May wildflower section just there. So around the back of this shed here is a compost heap, and this is where obviously where all my grass cuttings from the main lawn that I said that I do cut goes. I tip it here, and this is fantastic habitat for slow worms. So slow worms, what are they? I've mentioned them before on my channel in videos when I've come across them, and it never ceases to entertain me or amaze me as well, the comments that I get when I post a picture of or a video of a slow worm. I get comments saying, oh, that's a snake, that's not a worm, what are you talking about? A lot of it's from overseas viewers, but I do get them from the UK viewers as well, who've not really come across them and don't really know what they are. So a slow worm, it isn't a worm, it's a reptile. It's certainly not a snake. It is classed as a legless lizard, and it's evolved that way over years. It's not in the snake family because it actually has eyelids that can blink. Snakes can't do that. So it is a lizard, therefore it does need heat to help it active during the day. And areas like this compost heap are absolutely perfect habitat. If I put my hand in the middle of that now, the temperature in there it'd be like a little oven in there. It's absolutely fantastic. So slow worms, I've found them in here, and I've also found them in the dead hedge over there that you've seen me create over the past few months. And they like logs as well. Anywhere they're quite secretive creatures, so they will warm up during the day and then they will hunt at night. And they're fantastic for the garden because they will eat many pests. They will eat slugs and snails. They will eat earthworms and various other small insects. But they are a fantastic little creature. I can remember seeing him for the first time when I was on a family holiday when I was very young, down in Poole on the coast in Dorset. And the first time I saw one, I couldn't believe that we had creatures like this in England. To me, it was a bit of a, almost like a mythical creature, because it did, to a child, it looked like a snake. And I, didn't really come across them again for many years after that. And, working in people's gardens a lot as an adult, I still love it when I find one. I think they're fantastic. A lot of people, especially my wife and my daughters, they call them creepy when they see me, picking them up and all the rest of it. But I think they're fantastic and definitely worth trying to do our bit to give them a decent habitat in your garden. If you've got the space to say a log pile's good, a piece of corrugated metal is good, because when the sun heats it up, they like to go underneath it, and they're obviously protected then from predators. Birds will eat them, foxes will eat them, mice and rats obviously. So the deeper the layer, the warmer they can get, the more protected they are, and then they will come out at night when it's darker. Long grasses, they like obviously habitat like this, log piles again. So all of this habitat I'm creating around the side that you've seen with this long grass and the dead hedges is just perfect, so they can do their hunting there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep adding to this. I'm not using this for compost. Obviously this is going to compost down. I'm going to be adding it to it every sort of 3 or 4 weeks during the summer months, and that'll grow and then it'll compost down. If you are or you have got a compost heap and you're hoping to keep slow worms or attract slow worms to it, but you are using it for compost, just be very careful obviously, because if you're raking through it or with a fork or a spade turning it over, you don't want to be cutting in to a slow worm. They have evolved that they can shed their tails as a form of defense. If they're grabbed on the tail, they will lose it. But if you're cutting one in half, heaven forbid, it's not going to be good for them. So yeah, look after your slow worms. I think they're fantastic, and this is just another area of my garden where I'm attracting the local wildlife. Now, the other thing about slow worm is, yes, they do have teeth. In fact, their teeth face backwards, so they can hold on to their prey. But they are not known for biting humans, so you're all good. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting, and again, giving you some more ideas of what you can create in your garden to help wildlife. There's going to be plenty more coming up in this series, so stay tuned, subscribe, like, all the things we have to say on YouTube. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.